It's being called the biggest cover-up in history. UFO whistleblowers allege the U.S. government has been in possession of, quote, non-human craft since the 1930s. The head of the Pentagon's UFO office calls the allegation insulting, saying there's no evidence.
But our next guest says he's had 2 UFO sightings and that this is the beginning of a process that will lead to greater transparency for the American people. Mike Bara, UFO expert and aerospace engineer, joins us now. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, it's great to be with you guys. Thanks for having me.
This was quite the hearing, wasn't it?
It was eventful. It was something different. I mean, you know, in terms of the content, it strikes me that it's not necessarily anything really different than we've known from the X-Files 30 years ago. But the fact that it was on this particular stage with these particular people involved, that it was an official congressional hearing, I think makes it kind of unique and, you know, certainly begins to move the ball forward. My question is, what are we moving forward to right now?
Yeah, the analogy to the X-Files is actually on point, I think, Mike, because the question is, how serious do we take this story? How serious do the American people take this story? And it kind of exists in this netherland between some fearing this is all a distraction, even Congress taking this more seriously as a distraction from other issues, other scandals, while others of us say this would be sort of a big deal. Like, this would be a big deal if we have a non-human craft, so we should take it seriously. So do you think, okay, what do you know, Mike? What can we take seriously? Was Roswell real? Are we in possession of a non-human craft?
Yeah, I think Roswell was real. Something definitely happened there. It certainly wasn't a weather balloon. And then you have other crashes before that, like the Cape Girardeau crash in 1942. And it raises all kinds of questions that weren't asked at this particular hearing. It bothers me there wasn't a lot of follow-up. You know, you played the clip of the guy saying there were non-human biologics found. Well, I mean, that could be anything. That could be a cow. That could be dog food. You know, he wasn't very specific. And the question for me, from my perspective, is, okay, great. We finally got somebody to sort of admit on the record that that we have these craft and we possibly have some sort of bodies, and he wouldn't say alien, but we've had them for 70 years now, give or take, if not 100 years. And the question is, what have we been doing with that technology for that period of time? That's what I'd like to know, because there's a lot of things that we see in the skies, and there's a lot of things that we've seen on NASA videos and so forth that aren't readily explainable with the level of technology that we supposedly have right now. So, I mean, is there a whole secret aspect to the space program that we don't know about? Have they had anti-gravity technology or basically flying saucer technology for decades and just not told us about it? These are the questions I want to know the answers to, and I think maybe we're starting to crack that door open.
You know, we have had a great technological leap forward over that same time frame, whether or not that's by our own innovation or by borrowing technology. I agree. These are important questions to answer.